and the omnibus. So I was forced into the Archers when I was a child. And look, it's come back to bite me later on. I'm awash with this stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavour show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of...
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to getting well-informed, taking complex sources and pulling out the key insights for you.
That's right.
And today we're doing something a bit different, actually. We're diving into daily life, really, taken from a rich audio drama. Mm-hmm. And our mission, if you like, is to unpack what these everyday moments tell us about, human nature, how we communicate, community dynamics, all that stuff.
Basically, looking under the surface of the ordinary.
Exactly. It's about finding those hidden complexities that are always there, just beneath the surface. Okay, so let's jump in with the Ambridge fete. Huge preparations going on.
You could almost picture it, can't you?
Yeah, the wooden stalls arriving, setting everything up for Thursday, and they've got this whole kids zone plan.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, a carousel, a helter-skelter, even a teddy zip wire, face painting too, rural crafts, and something called hooker duck. Sounds fun.
Hooker duck, okay. Keeps things interesting.
Right. And Oliver, he's a key figure. He's already praising Dane and Zainab. They're leading the prep, doing a splendid job, apparently. Big hopes for impressing the overseas guests, getting them bowled over, and especially, it seems, winning over Linda.
And that's interesting, isn't it? How this big public event, the fete, becomes a stage for these, almost personal goals.
How so?
Well, think about it. Linda's approval, it sounds like a small detail, but it's positioned as, really quite important for the event's success.
Oh, okay.
It just highlights how these individual relationships and maybe subtle power plays operate within these larger community efforts.
Yeah.
The outward organization masking maybe deeper dynamics.
And speaking of deeper dynamics, behind all this public activity, you've got Kirsty having this very private moment.
Okay.
She's literally hiding behind a tree.
Hiding? Why?
To avoid this ongoing battle, she calls it, between Justin and her dad, David. Something about the harvest.
Family tensions boiling over.
Exactly. And she's thinking about her late mother, wishing she was there. She apparently had this fearless way of sorting things out, would just knock their heads together.
That absence of a key mediator really leaves a gap, doesn't it?
It seems so.
And it makes you think, how do these private family conflicts, like the one Kirsty's avoiding, kind of seep into or maybe even complicate these bigger community things like the fete?
Yeah, good question.
Especially when you don't have that person who can just step in. And it's interesting, too, that Justin is described elsewhere as someone who changes his mind quite quickly, like with the whole beaver situation. Adds another layer.
Okay, so let's shift focus a bit from the big fate picture to something maybe more intense. The tug-of-war competition.
Yes, the Clash of the Titans. Or trainers, maybe?
Maybe. So Leroy is leading one team. He sounds confident. His team's spoiled for choice with personal trainers. Dane's involved there too.
Right.
They've got a practice session planned, and they're calling for community support, come and cheer them on.
But there's a catch, isn't there? A clash of ideas brewing.
Spot on. Brad, one of the trainers, he's apparently done some research.
Oh.
Yeah, he's saying tactics win it, not brute strength.
Okay. So brains versus brawn. The classic setup.
Pretty much. And it seems the traditional view is currently winning out because the practice is described as, hopeless.
Hopeless. Oh dear.
Yeah, and the trainers are apparently giving each other daggers.
Yeah.
So, not exactly team spirit.
Not ideal for a tug-of-war team.
Not at all. And Brad and Lily, another local, they actually try to introduce these collective synergy tactics to Dane.
And how'd that go down?
Not well. He basically dismisses them, says he trusts Leroy's leadership, and his whole philosophy is about enabling others to shine.
Right. Which sounds noble, but Lily made a comment, didn't she?
She did. She pointed out that the trainers weren't really shining back there during the hopeless practice.
Exactly. And it raises that big question, doesn't it? How often do these fixed ideas about leadership, or maybe just trusting the strong guy, stop teams from adopting new, potentially better strategies, even when things are clearly not working?
Yeah, that resistance to change, it's powerful.
It really is. Especially when admitting failure feels like undermining the leader.
But Lily and Brad, they're not giving up.
No, good for them.
They're determined that Grey Gables Health Club has to win. It's not just about the win itself, though.
All's pride.
Yeah, avoiding being a laughingstock, and also apparently preventing Freddie from getting too smug and Jazzer from gloating.
Ah, the personal stakes. Always there.
Always. So their plan B is to talk directly to Leroy tomorrow. Try the tactical approach again.
Hope it lands this time.
Now, all this community stuff, it often bumps up against what individuals actually want for themselves. Which brings us neatly to Lily Pigeon.
Right, Lily. She seems to be at a bit of a crossroads.
She is. So Oliver, who we mentioned earlier, he's really championing her for this job. Wedding fair coordinator at Grey Gables.
Okay, sounds like a decent opportunity.
He certainly thinks so. He lists her qualifications, first-class honors degree, loads of wedding experience from her mom's time at Lower Lockley, plus this digital innovation module she did. He thinks she could take the event to a whole new level.
High praise. But what does Lily think?
Well, that's the crux of it. She says, point blank, it's not for me, I'm afraid.
Ooh. Direct. So there's a real disconnect there between the opportunity Oliver sees and what Lily actually wants.
Exactly. And despite her saying no, Dane keeps trying to encourage her to apply.
Still pushing it.
Yeah, and Lily's getting frustrated. She says he never talks to me about anything other than work. Plus, she just had that experience with her tug-of-war ideas being shot down.
Right, so she probably feels unheard already.
Could be. And her actual goal, what she really wants, it's saving money to go to Australia.
Australia.
Oh, yeah. She wants to ski the Snowies, fly on Bondi Beach. She sees that as a lot more exciting than Ambridge.
Fair enough. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? How often do people push opportunities onto others without really checking if it aligns with their actual dreams or, considering their past experiences, like feeling dismissed?
Yeah, it's about listening, isn't it? Not just assuming you know best for someone. Okay, let's shift gears again. More personal now, some domestic situations, starting with Yakob.
Yakob, right, stay with Kirsty and Chris.
Well, that was the issue. Kirsty has to apologize to Kate because Yakob somehow got the idea Chris wanted him to move out, which wasn't true.
Ah, a classic misunderstanding.
Seems so. Kirsty confirms Yakob is staying put, although she does admit she quite liked having that room peaceful.
So Yakob's comfort creates a slight dilemma for Kirsty. Interesting how simple miscommunications or maybe assumptions can create these little knots.
They really can, but then Kate, Yakob's daughter, she comes up with a plan. Calls it a brilliant idea.
Okay, what's the idea?
She suggests she moves in with Kirsty instead.
Kate moves in.
Why? Well, her logic is it gets her out of Dad's hair, meaning Yakob's hair, presumably, which benefits him because he can spend more time with Miranda, who apparently knows Justin and might be able to sort out that whole harvest argument.
Wow, okay. That's multi-layered.
It is. And Kate adds she could still keep an eye on her dad from Kirsty's place.
So it's like this creative problem solving, hitting several birds with one stone.
Seems like it. But Kirsty's acceptance is described as hesitant.
Yeah, you can imagine. Kate's all enthusiasm for her grand plan, but Kirsty's maybe seeing the practicalities or just needs a moment to process this sudden change. Different reactions to the same proposal.
And finally, one more little domestic tangle. Oliver's missing magazine.
Oh yes, the vital information retrieval problem.
Ah, exactly. It's a shooting magazine. He wants to read an article on wild fowling, but Susan can't find it.
She's known for this, isn't she?
Apparently, she just says it's in a safe place. Could be her house, could be the Dower house. Very vague.
The dreaded safe place.
Right. And she's got form, misplaced someone else's magazine in a garage once, and Tony's train special ended up at the Dower house too.
So her system isn't exactly foolproof.
Not quite. Anyway, Oliver eventually gets permission to go look for it himself.
Which is probably for the best. But it is funny, isn't it, how we all have these safe places that sometimes become black holes for information. It's such a relatable, everyday challenge. What does it say about how we organize or maybe disorganize our lives?
So, reflecting on all this, we've gone from a big community fete down to team tactics, career choices, living arrangements, even a lost magazine. All from this one snapshot of life in Ambridge.
Yeah, and when you pull back, you see how all these threads, they're not really separate, are they? They all weave together.
How you mean?
Well, it just shows that human experience is this rich tapestry. Every little interaction, every choice Kirsty makes about avoiding conflict, or Lily makes about her career, or Kate makes about moving, it all carries these layers of meaning, personal motivation, and often, unseen effects on others.
Even the seemingly small stuff.
Especially the small stuff, sometimes. It's a reminder that nothing's ever quite as simple as it looks on the surface.
So maybe the takeaway for all of us listening is, well, just a reminder perhaps, that beneath the surface of any event, any conversation, even the most organized looking thing, there are usually these really intricate motivations playing out.
Competing viewpoints, personal goals people are quietly chasing.
Exactly. So maybe think about it next time you see a really smooth operation or someone makes a seemingly simple request. Ask yourself, what unseen forces might actually be at play here?
And maybe, what important stuff might be hiding in your own safe places?
So what are you doing now?
Just getting ready for the next episode. Just moving mics around.
So what do you do?
I do the spot effects on the archers. Any
Are you what we
movements
call Foley then?
and- kind of. Yep.
Okay. And these are all part of the paraphernalia of production.
Yep. That's the bull bar. That's,
This one.
yep. That's.
Haley so wanted to be in their own place when their baby came. It's due in 2 months. Not much chance of that now. No. I mean, it would have been a stretch for them financially, mind, but I just wish there was something practical I could do to help them, Caroline. I mean,
I think The Archers has had this immense popularity over the years, basically because it has always very accurately reflected the reality of life and living in a rural community at whatever